And welcome back here trackside, and a lot of great memories, of course, of Smarty Jones and a song. You know you've made it when you've got a song about you and Smarty Jones, but of course joined by the one and only Patricia Chapman is always how I've seen your name written down many, many times, but everybody calls you Pat. So Pat Chapman, owner of Smarty Jones, of course, and 20-year anniversary. So honored to have you join us.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice to be here. Who would have thought 20 years ago
Pat,
we'd be here?
Yeah, Pat, you were here 5 years ago for the 15th anniversary. It was kind of a little bit of rain. You were out on the racetrack. What is it like to be here now? I know you don't live around here anymore. You're down in Florida permanently, but 20 years later, I know you were up at the farm last night where Smarty is. What's it like?
God. Oh, it's terrific. You know, reliving all those times, it's unbelievable. And being up there with Smarty, seeing him, seeing the wonderful care he's getting up there, he looks as good as he did 20 years ago. Yeah, looks like you could put a saddle on him and run another race.
You know, I saw that video. I saw you walking over it was the wet weather when Smarty had come out, but I just had a feeling. I said, Pat Chapman just said, I'm getting out there. I'm going to make sure I am walking with Smarty. There were puddles and whatnot, but you got out there because you just were always so joint right there with the horse on that journey.
Absolutely. You know, and Dick, you asked me later, was that planned? And I said no. When I saw Mario coming with Rodney, walking Smarty down, I just was so excited, and out through the mud I charged and walked with him all the way up then to the the paddock area, and I just felt like we were in another stakes race that day. What fun.
Pat, everybody remembers the Derby and the Preakness and the races in Arkansas. His first two races were right here at Parks back in November of 2003. The second one was the PA Nursery. He won by 15. That's kind of the moment. What do you remember from that day?
Oh, what I remember from that day? I remember my heart was just pounding out of my chest. I was sitting with John. You know, my husband and I were supposed to be in Florida, but I said, no, we're staying to watch this horse race. And I had gone upstairs with John, watch it from his box. And Smarty was just pulling away, and John was saying, oh no, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with this? I had no idea, and later John said, I just thought he was gonna hit a wall, wear out. He was just running way too fast, but he kept going. It was terrific.
I've really called him, being new to the area somewhat. He's one of the most famous horses I can remember, and what he's done for this state and for this region, it's just incredible. You talk about Chappie, but also you both on that journey together with the horse, and what he did really for the nation overall, and how he captured the hearts of so many, because 20 years later, we've got the bags and the jerseys and the shirts and whatnot, but to celebrate a horse 20 years later and your journey with the horse, incredible.
Absolutely incredible. And I want to say one thing about that. If recovery from addictions were not possible, that journey would never have taken place. Chappie and I were both in recovery from addictions when we met each other. And it just seems like it was meant to be,
It really was, Pat. And I remember specifically calling you after the Arkansas Derby. You and Chappie
Yes.
were driving back to Florida. And I heard you saying to Chappie's talking in the background, like, yeah, maybe we might sell that horse. And Pat says, you'll sell that horse over my dead body.
Absolutely.
It was one of the great quotes ever. And of course, you never did. And you still have it to this day.
That horse will be with me until one of us dies.
And you're taking a look at this run of the Arkansas Derby, and you see John Service, and just when you kind of see each other just in passing now, is Smarty the first thing you start talking about, or do you talk about other things?
We talk about other things, but I'm sure Smarty's one of the first things we both think about, because again, we wouldn't be together if it weren't for Smarty.
Yeah, and that Arkansas race was everything. He had to win it just to get back into the Derby, because it was a different kind of the way they did things back then. If he didn't win it, he wasn't even going to make Kentucky.
He had no points.
Right. Yeah, right, no points. He gets $5 million bonus.
That's right. Oh my God.
Worked out well, Pat.
It sure did work out well.
It's been a great opportunity, too, to have this day on a Saturday, to be able to broadcast it on NBC Sports Philadelphia, and you really are royalty. You know that? In the state of Pennsylvania, just in racing in this region. When you arrive, everyone knows you, and they just want to make sure Pat Chapman's taking. Absolutely.
Are you kidding me? well, thank you. Thank you for that.
No, but we are honored to have
Oh,
you,
my
and just
God.
being able to come. I know you always travel and whatnot, but being back in Philadelphia and being able to be here at Parks, just nice to have you, and is it just as nice for you as well?
You know, it means the world to me to be here. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate being at Parks. And I was just telling somebody earlier today, I used to work about a mile from here at a rehabilitation center, and I would come over after work. I couldn't afford to pay the price to get in the gate, so I would come after work when I could enter free and watch some horse racing. And now they saved a parking place for me out in the just outside the door. I've come an awfully long way.
The perks of owning Smarty Jones.
Yes.
And what people don't know, Pat, is you and Chappie were down to only a couple of horses. You were getting out of the game.
We had about 4 horses left. I had 2 homebreds that were at the track, and I held on to those because I wanted, I thought, maybe I'll breed them if they turn out to be anything. And I did breed one of them.
Yes, you did.
But yeah, we were down to 4.
And to this day, we still see the Someday Farm Silks here at Parks.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about something with Smarty too? 20 years later, but what is something about Smarty that it's just never changed? He's got some characteristic.
Oh,
maybe
he has a personality. I don't know. Well, he's always nipping at you.
always nipping at you.
Always nipping. He's always trying to take a chunk out of me, but not in a mean way. He's not a malicious horse. He's just a feel-good horse. He's letting you know, I'm here. I'm here.
It's wonderful. It's just wonderful to have you here. It's wonderful to have Smarty Jones for the sport and for this region. You can hear the response, and I told you you're royalty because once you started talking, it started getting very crowded right here, right by the set. So get the autographs ready. But we've got the cooler bags, of course, all these great things to honor Smarty Jones. Pat Chapman, you're just wonderful for the sport, and it's been great to follow Smarty Jones and great to celebrate him 20 years later.
Well, it's great to be with you, Chris and Dick. Always so good to be with you. It just takes me so far back.
Okay. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah.
We're going to send it to a post parade here coming out soon, I believe. The buglers are going off.
Wow.
I don't know if I see horses yet, but the Smarty Jones Stakes is coming up.
They're heading our way, Chris. They're behind.
They're heading out to the track right now, so
Got a
Jessica
good
Paquette's going to have the post parade, and Pat Chapman, your job's not done yet today. You're going to have to
I
do
heard.
a trophy presentation, and we'll be down in the winner's
I'll be
circle.
there. I'll
And
be
also we have the jerseys. I mean, I don't know if you got a chance to catch a jersey, but the Smarty Jones jersey celebrating Kentucky Derby, another great giveaway with the cooler bags. Jeff Maddie with the PTHA. I think he's got a few words, possibly, but if he doesn't, we're going to show the jersey. There we go. Come on, Pat. What did you think of the jersey? It's nice.
That's nice.
It is nice.
Number 15.
What a horse and what a human right here. We're getting ready for the Smarty Jones Stakes. Horses are in the walking ring.